As All Hallows Eve draws closer, an ethereal wind drifts through the veils and across the world of LARPs, carrying whispers of dark tales and secrets beyond from their world to yours. These are LARP Tales from Beyond! So, you guys got any good stories?
Well, yeah, there's a pretty good story we got that's involves all three of us.
And all three of us, really?
Yeah,
Which story is that?
This is about the time we got robbed.
The time we got robbed.
Oh,
Kevish, set the scene.
set the scene is you're all getting ready for bed at our favorite LARP, Dead Legends,
Which is a...
which is a weird Wild West LARP. So literally anything can happen out there in the Wild West.
like the rootin' shooting,
Rootin' shooting,
shooting
and
guns, stabbing folks, chopping wood.
And this was in the early stages of it when it was mostly realistic.
Yes.
It was just occasionally there would be some unexplained spookiness that went on.
The floating skull would come by. Unknown people in the woods. So there were some bandits nearby. Which was called the...
They didn't. What?
The
Devil's Own.
The Devil's
Devil's
Own
Own Gang.
The Devil's Own Gang
Oh
was in
boy.
the region.
They sure made an impression on us. Let me tell you.
This was in between their leader being executed and coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry, they got a new leader.
No,
Actually,
they got the same leader again, and then we killed him again. And then
long story. You know how LARPs go. Well, what's funny is everyone else was staying at the Flop House, which was this building big enough for most of the players in the game. We're like, no, we're roughing it. We're crazy. We're crazy guys. We are gonna stay at this group of like 4 cabins. They're like, it was like, I want to say November or October. It was cold.
I was freezing. I actually slept in my costume and trench coat the one time because I was that cold.
But we were having fun.
We were roughing it.
We were playing the game on hard mode, as some people would say.
And this was a game that ran 24 hours. So you could find something happening in the middle of the night.
yeah, the game runners stopped sending out like player NPCs at about 1 o'clock in the morning, but if they're all up and ready to go, you could get a 3 a.m. mod. It's the game runners just having fun.
So there we are in our cabin, freezing cold, all by ourselves.
I was toasty and warm under my blanket.
Well, we weren't all by ourselves.
No, we weren't. So it was our crew.
It was us and then one rando that we picked up.
I've only seen him at the game one time.
Yeah, for that one game.
And we, being the nice people, invited him to stay with us. Of course, come on over, we're fine.
And so he sets up his cot like right in the middle of the place.
So it's about 2 a.m. It's late. We're all tired. We're getting ready for bed. And like I don't sleep anyway, so I was still like the last one getting in bed. I'm standing next to the foot of my bed. Half of us are already tucked into the covers though, and I don't know that we even really had much warning. It was like maybe somebody heard a twig snap.
I know the little bit of warning we got was because we had the cot in the door. We put a cot literally in the door.
Yeah, to try to block the wind
because it was that cold.
It was just like a screen.
It was a screen door, yeah.
And we just like wedged one of the thin camp mattresses against the door to try to block some of the wind.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I think it was actually Zach.
The guy who runs the game.
Just takes a foot to our door and dramatically kicks it in. And the door like full on breaks.
falls off his hinges, falls into the room.
If there's ever a moment you call a hold at a LARP, you know.
And again, we're giggling about this, but in the time, it was, there we are, off to sleep with my gun under the pillow. Oh my god, the door just kicked in! What the heck?
It was like, this is a stick-up. It was a Wild West stick-up. They burst in, and they've got their bandanas on and their guns out. It was like a train robbery. Like, I swear.
They had it down. And after the 10 seconds of, oh, hold on, let's set that door to the side so we don't hurt anybody with it. Okay, and go.
Yeah.
Screaming, shouting, everyone panicking, guns are being drawn.
Yeah.
Complete standoff.
So I'm standing closest to the door. I just say, okay, now everybody calm the heck down.
PG-13.
It's only money. I'll hand them some of the money that is in my pocket. Like, I'm not pulling out the whole wad. I'm just reaching into the pocket, grabbing, just like some of the bills at random, and say, okay, I'm gonna hand these to them. The new guy that we had in our cabin
did not get the memo of Mr. Hadley can talk and buy his way out of these situations.
Nope, didn't get that one.
So he pulls out his gun.
He wants to be the hero. So he calls a skill shot that like does nothing. I think he like mangles someone's leg in a gunfight where they're all already here and we're in the closed building. Like, it does nothing to solve the problem. But now we're in a gunfight.
Yeah, and let me tell you about my double-barrel shotgun with those 2 shots and how long it takes me to reload. And I am zipped up in my sleeping bag, trying to put Nerf darts back in my gun.
I believe I was standing when I got shot. I was definitely down and bleeding by that point.
I took at least 1 bullet. I think I RP'd it, like I got hit in the head and just sort of like bloop and laid back down, which was easy.
So the damage was done. I
think I managed to avoid. My contribution to this fight was to stand there with my hands up in front of one of the bandits so he didn't shoot anybody else.
You saved our lives. You saved our lives. So yeah, now came cleanup time. Mr. Schmuck, who was the newbie at the time, like
rolled over.
Yeah, like he rolled back over and went back to sleep. He didn't get hit with nothing. He rolled back over, went to sleep.
Rolled over, took a shot, went, forget that, and rolled back to sleep.
Oh my god! Yeah, and if we weren't preoccupied with everything else going on at the time, like I would have yelled at him.
One of our friends was bleeding, dying.
Yeah, one of our friends was dying.
I was dying, but at the time I was a vampire
or something.
You had a thing going on. So it did.
But he's our like.
I'm the
doctor.
I'm the medic.
So like. At this point, I haven't drilled into his head yet that I don't care if you don't die. You need to be alive at the end of the fight to heal the rest of us.
He never got the memo.
He did not get that memo.
And so I'm laying there bleeding to death going, oh my god, I can't help anybody.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I dragged, our friend Skirvin was there with us. I dragged him down to the flop house where everyone else in the game was staying, where we probably should have stayed in the first place. I dragged him down there in the middle of the night in like my slippers. And yeah, like it was just the craziest thing of like bursting in the front door and be like, we need a doctor right now! And like 2 of the doctors come down in their pajamas. They're just like, doing their, like some of the best doctor RP I've seen for 3 a.m. Just, you are not prepared for this. But yeah, it was so dramatic. It was just like, I took a bullet during that fight and, I was bleeding and he was like bleeding out on the ground, but he barely made it. I cannot believe I made it there in time.
Yeah, because it is a 3-minute and 30-second walk from the building.
Exactly. Like it is not a short.
Dragging his body. Come on, you're coming with me.
And I certainly wasn't running because it was the 2 of us, and I'm like holding onto his arm like this. So yeah.
I think that was the same game you fell earlier as we set up cabin. We were setting the cabin up and you fell.
Oh, that was the time I hurt my knee.
And you had that wound in your knee for like months.
My knee hurt for a long time after that, but it's better now. I'm fine.
3 a.m. dragging our friend in the cold through the woods.
That is my favorite part of the story. Just like it was just so dramatic. And then so what happened while I was gone?
I went back to bed.
You went.
Yeah, I came out and be like, oh, the door's off its hinges. What are we gonna do? Well, the game runner did it, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, we're just like, okay, we'll have to tell the campsite about that in the morning, I guess. I don't know. Not our fault.
And that,
way we go.
Those cabins were
set the door back up against the wall and put our windbreak mattress back.
And that wasn't even the last time we stayed in that cabin.
No, yeah, we stayed again.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that is again, we're giggling and we're laughing like it's good old times, but in the moment it was like, what's that noise? Oh. BAM! Down goes the door.
Yeah, it still gets me. very well done by them, by the NPCs. Just holy crap, scared the crap out of us.
There was some little stuff that had bothered us in the past, but this was the first time that we had really for sure been raided in
the middle of the night. Yeah.
Yeah. By like a hit squad.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were there to
Yes.
kill people. It wasn't just let's go in there and scare town. It was we're gonna go kill some people today.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Yep, I was convinced.
Yeah.
I didn't need any further convincing.
Let's not mess with that gang ever again. Until we do.
Until we did.
Multiple
we,
times.
Yeah, the plot's still going on in some capacity. Whew. What's fun.
Terrifying.
Terrifying and fun. I like.
And that's LARP. Terrifying and fun.
I like to be scared at LARP.
It's fun to talk about afterwards when you're in the moment and it's real.
When it gets your adrenaline pumping, that's how you know you're going to get a good story out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story of the time we got robbed at Dead Legends. It is not the only time we've been robbed, but it was the most memorable.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
The most terrifying.
Terrible. Spooky Skitano is just terrifying.
Just terrible.
Well, we've been Breaking Character, and we would love to have more adventures with you.
But fear not, for this is just a tale from our world. Just hope that our words were the only thing crossing through the veil from our world to yours.